Hello, this is Carbonics. Let's have a colorful adventure.
Introduction of Color, The Tale of Two Kings. Long ago, the world was a place devoid of color. And so it remained until the spirit of creation made four simple shapes using red, blue, green, and yellow. These shapes became the sun, sea, land, and wind. Afterwards, the spirit of creation made two other shapes. The first was mankind, possessed of a free mind. The second were doodles, possessed of a free body. Humans were able to create doodles, and doodles made new colors. The world was filled with color, and the humans were happy. One day, however, a king was born among the humans. This king, in order to obtain more colors, enslaved the doodles. But in doing so, the human king deeply saddened the doodle king. The doodle king pleaded with the spirit of creation. Spirit, please do not let those whose hearts are impure continue to create doodles. If you grant this wish, I will return to you both my body and all the colors under my control. The spirit granted the wish, and from then on, only those who possessed a pure heart were able to create doodles. The doodles were freed from their enslavement. But the cost was heavy. The doodles lost their king, and many of the world's colors disappeared. Frustrated, the human king looked to control those humans still able to create doodles. In doing so, he turned one group of people against another and brought misery upon the world.
Wake up.
Okay. We start with her naming herself. And as you can see, this is a very style-specific game.
Feel free to draw any shape you wish using this Pengel. The shape you draw will lead you on your quest.
And this is one of the main two features. No, well, not the loading screen. After the loading screen is one of the two main features of the game. Drawing. Just draw the simple circle and off we go.
Daytime is here, here comes the sun. Bring all your friends, let's have some fun. you. Red, yellow, orange, green, and blue, dancing all around you. Red, yellow, orange, green, and blue, what do they belong to? The colors of the world.
You can tell from the character models, it is a lot like Mega Man Legends in how the
This is your doodle,
graphics
right?
are put together. It's held up well.
You need to keep an eye on it. See, I told you so. You need to take better care of your doodles. Who are you? You don't look like you're from around here.
Zoe, help me!
Taro! Look at that!
Oh, Pengel!
Let me borrow your Pengel. Okay? Press the triangle button if you want to change colors.
Now,
Press the X button to confirm menu selections.
here's into the main actual drawing. We have a 3D plane with a width, height, and you can't see from this angle, but depth. We have a wide variety of colors, each doing a different thing. And at the moment, our drawing capability is rather limited. So we're just gonna draw something.
That's not too bad.
The stats of your doodle are based off the colors used in it.
That's not
So-
too bad. When you're done, open the menu and select
For
finish.
varying colors and combinations thereof will allow you to have different abilities
Now
for
give
your
the doodle a
doodle
name.
and what they are actually capable of. But we'll get into the fine details of all that when it actually comes up.
That's a funny name. That's how to draw a doodle. It's easy, huh? See, the doodler's name is displayed here. That's a funny name, too.
Yep, that is a funny name.
Well, that's it. You can use a Pengel. You're not part of the kingdom, are you? Hey, I'm going to the marketplace. Follow me!
Zoe, wait for me!
And now, well, we're not quite in direct control, but we do see one of the first issues of the game. Even though the loading screens are nice to look at, they can be quite long. Later, I will be editing them.
To hurry if you're gonna enter the tournament. Come on!
And because I do not have a direct capture device, I am emulating this. So there will be slowdown in populated areas like the town. So I will try and show off what it looks like the best I can, but it will lag significantly because the entirety of the town, with all its people constantly moving,
Hold on. I want to stop by Granny.
is a bit taxing.
Zoe, is that a new friend?
Hi.
We can talk to basically everybody in town,
What?
and there are shops and whatnot which we have to have money to actually use, but you can challenge basically anybody in town to a
Hey,
duel with
Granny.
doodles.
Are you there?
Oh, hello, dear.
I'll leave this gem here and come back later to pick up the gold, okay? We're in a hurry. See you later, Granny. We're going to the arena.
Zoe, wait for me!
The king of the... There is no such thing as a king. The king of the doodles does not exist.
Well, that was weird. But if you're wondering exactly how you move around, your left stick controls you moving forwards and you're turning, so it's basically tank controls. But your right stick controls the Pengel, which can control the camera, sort of.
Come on. My friend has one. Let me in.
I already told you, you can't enter without a pendulum, understand? That's the rule.
See? I told you so.
Fine.
The doodle tournaments are being held inside. Hey, hurry! You're the one entering.
And here we are going to be introduced to one of the, well, the other main part besides just the drawing. There is actual combat that you do between the doodles. This is one of the two areas where you can duel.
Do you want to enter?
Most of the time, the duels here are story progression duels.
Go, Doodle!
Okay. Yes. The tutorial here, I'll basically sum it up. You have a total of 4 skills you can use when you're battling. You select your skill, which can either be an attack, a block, or a magic. A magic is on your 4 face buttons, where your attack and block are on your L1, R1. Now, the combat system is essentially rock, paper, scissors. You can use rock of attack to go through scissors of defense. Your scissors will go through magic. So basically block will beat magic, magic will beat attack, attack will beat block. Because of this, it becomes a bit of a dance of what you do, because your first move, you cannot use charge. Charge allows you to increase the damage of your next attack and recover a little bit of it, HP. These, combined with what you know, you have to basically figure out when's a good time to charge. And if done properly, you will be able to beat your opponent fairly easily with just a little bit of strategy. The reward for defeating an opponent is color gems, which are what you actually use to color your doodles and everything and actually make them.
Go, Doodle!
And experience for your doodles. Basically, if you want to think of it as anything more or less, it's a little bit like Pokemon, but not quite.
What?
And because of our very much lack of creativity on our doodle,
Deka is watching us!
we have the unfortunate issue of being quite weak. But, right, if you end up choosing the same ability as your opponent, I forgot to explain this, they both will go off, but whoever has the higher agility stat between the two doodles will go first. So, two people choose to block or attack. Whoever moves faster gets to hit in first. And yes, our small flying thing that we use to draw with will be getting more tufts of hair throughout the game.
Hey! Those are our gems! Oh! What are you doing? Give them back!
Don't yell at me, little one. First trip to the arena, eh? Not many gems today, but they'll have to do. The kingdom must be compensated.
Well, that's not too good. At least we found what is essentially a villainous person. We know who the bad guy is, basically, is the kingdom. And yes, the further you progress in the game, the more you can actually end up drawing, besides what we currently have.
Darn it! I can't believe they took all those gems. By the way, you draw pretty good for someone so new to doodling.
Hey, you! Leave my Zoe alone! Before you become jealous of my relationship with Zoe, we should do battle and see who the better man is.
Come on, Dinka. Stop it.
I'll be waiting for you at the next tournament. See you soon!
Let's ask around a little bit about Dinka
What do you want?
on our way all the way back to where we started, the shack. That is where we can save. And you can actually lose the starting duel there, but basically not much really changes. I know most of your later ones you just end up having to play until you do actually beat them. But the trip back here allows us to talk to some people and also allows me to explain a little bit of the fact that for this, I'm going to basically be asking those watching to submit things through the essay thread or whatnot to draw, essentially.
What is it?
Is basically what you end up giving me to draw shall be very, very roughly done inside this game.
What do you want?
Hey! What's up? Well?
Needless to say, the actual rules for the next fight that we're going to be coming up against is a 2-on-2. So we are going to need to have another doodle to actually fight then. We're going to explore a little bit before finishing up. This is the other place where you can fight. There's the seaside arena.
Hi.
The difference between this
Oh.
and the main arena, if I remember correctly, 'cause it's been a while, is the seaside arena takes less of your gems, the color gems afterwards, and it also, I think at some point it might actually just give you all of them, but it's also where you end up dueling anybody, which the higher grade of everything you do, the more people you can duel, and when you beat them, you actually can end up buying their doodles in the shop. There's our first doodle. And this is how we save. We sleep in this shack, essentially. And you actually are able to see what doodles you have done here. But next time, we draw another doodle.